Hello and welcome to this channel about cryptocurrency education. Today I'd like to talk about Cardano, provide you with daily Cardano content. I'd like to react to a couple of articles and also talk about the Cardano price and the Bitcoin price and what it might mean for the Cardano price. So the first article I'd like to talk about came out yesterday, a news article on Crypto Ticker talking about the Cardano price reaching $3 might be inevitable. And then they ask, is it even possible? Down here, can Cardano reach $3? I mean, yes, of course. I mean, it's actually I think quite a sort of bullish article talking quite positively about Cardano, talking about that Cardano, the price has been lagging behind recent developments in the Bitcoin price, Ethereum price, and so on. So there's a bit of catching up to do. But then on the other hand, the most recent price drop that we could see among cryptos, for example, this one here, if you can see my mouse here, the Bitcoin price dropped here, but Cardano didn't really drop a lot. And that is why it pretty much stayed on that level that it was before, even higher. So that's pretty much because it didn't participate in that huge rally. Yes, of course, it gained like 30% as well from its $1 down bottom. But still, there is a bit of catching up to do. So, of course, it's lagging a bit behind. So there's a bit of catching up to do. But then, predicting whether Cardano will reach $3. I mean, yesterday in the video I talked about, I believe that Cardano will reach $50 or even $100, but not within the next, 5 years. So I think that is in a 5 to 10 year time frame. So talking about whether Cardano can reach $3 doesn't really make sense without talking about when this will happen. I mean, I strongly believe $3 will happen this year. I still think that we need to see the second part of the major bull run. Maybe we are already in it. I'm not sure yet. Bitcoin is losing a little bit of momentum at the moment, but that can change every day. All it needs is one major investor going in, and then we could see momentum that will lead us to a new all-time high. So yeah, of course, I think $3 is entirely possible. I think it's entirely possible this year. And I think we might even see prices of $4.50 to $5. But this article also talked about that there is this resistance level. Here they identify 146. I always say it's around the 150 mark because that is a huge psychological level. Cardano has basically, not been able to go through various times, quite similar to the $1 level as support, that is acting as support. But yeah, it all depends on if we can see that that breakout here. And whoops, no, that was too far. If we can see the Cardano price at the top here, and all we need, I think this is the next huge step. We need to move through this, let's say 147. I mean, it's always a range, these support levels. It's not one particular price point, it's generally a range. So within this range here, 150, 147, 150, we need to move above that and stay above that for us to see a new moves to a new all-time high, right? And then there's this article here talking about ADA and VeChain showing similar bullish patterns. It's not a very detailed article, unfortunately. So sometimes I think they just want to publish something to have something to say about. Again, unfortunately, it's not very detailed about Cardano. But again, some bullish news or some, just talking about some bullish momentum that Cardano has at the moment. Let's take a quick look at the Cardano price. As I said, 150, I think, is the most important mark that we need to go through in a short term. I mean, in the long term, to be honest, and I said that before, it doesn't make that much of a difference because I believe Cardano will reach eventually 10, 20, 50 or even $100. And I won't sell before it will reach, at least one of these numbers, because I'm invested for at least, 4 to 5 years. That is what I'm doing. I've been accumulating ADA for a while now. And the good thing is, I think looking at some of these trend indicators, I won't explain all of them in detail, but just go through quickly. So the first one here is the price actually that went above this 50-day moving average, which is basically a mark or an indicator that many people use for trading. So if it moves above one of these moving averages, it's generally always a good sign. It's always a good sign that the 50-day, so the faster moving average, is above the 200-day, the slower moving average, which is the red line here. So that is a good sign. And with the price now being above the 50-day moving average, which is actually in a downward trend, we could actually see that go up as well, because if the price is above that, and if we can get to new higher highs, then that price or that indicator should drift to the upside as well, which is a good sign as well. So as long as we can stay above that, I think it's a good sign. It might be now that we will trade between the 50-day moving average and this 150 or 148, whatever it is, resistance level. So it could be that that will happen for a while now, as we did here before. Between the 200-day and the 50-day moving average, we were trading quite a while, and that could now happen as well. But at least then we're step by step moving up. One more positive sign is the OBV, which is sort of looking at the volume. So the volume is slightly picking up, and you can see that here the volume of just generally transactions is, or buying and selling, is picking up, and most of these candles here are green, which is nice as well. And generally the volume is going up, not massively though, but it is going up. I think that is a positive sign. I said for a while now that the volume, and you can see that here from the left to the right here, the volume has actually been dropping or really moving sideways for a while now throughout the all of August. But now we've actually moved up, and as I said, not significantly, but every move to the upside at the moment is welcomed. So that is a good sign. And also the RSI, which is a trend indicator and which signifies momentum, is also moving up. So as long as we are sort of above 30, between 30 and 70, that is a positive trend. So we can see that. So we are in a positive trend. And also here the MACD, another indicator, shows in the green at the moment. It's a positive momentum as well, and it's actually kept this positive momentum for a while now, whereas here before we could see that it was picking up and then it was dropping down again, whereas here we've now picked up and moved sideways. At least it's not dropping at the moment, which is nice. It might have dropped actually, but then we had the good news about Cardano being listed at the end of the month in Japan. I think that gave it a little bit of an upside, and hopefully we can see now a sustainable momentum that will take us through the 150 mark. I really want to see that. That is my next big price point I'm waiting for, to move beyond the 150 mark. I think that is very, very important. We want to see prices go above 152, and then also secure that place above 150 to see that we've gained positive momentum and that we can move from there to new all-time highs. I think that would work really well together with the more fundamental news about the Alonzo mainnet rollout, the good news we've heard from Charles Hoskinson about it potentially happening, the hard fork potentially happening in the first week of September. And also we will hear more news about that on the 15th of August in the mid-month update, about which I will of course update you. But generally I think it's looking quite good for Cardano. We've seen here around 7.5% of price increase in the last 7 days and 2.7 in the last 24 hours. Hopefully we will we're moving up step by step, slowly, but we are. So hopefully we're moving towards the 150. But also this all depends on the Bitcoin price to a certain degree, even though at the moment it looks a bit decoupled actually, which is nice. So some cryptos have actually decoupled themselves from Bitcoin a little bit in the last 7 days. We can see that on the chart. For example, here Cardano still looks quite similar actually. Ethereum, but Cardano, I think it looks a bit different. And also some of the other coins here, Polkadot, Uniswap, look a little bit different. There's actually an uptrend now, whereas the Bitcoin price has seen more of a drop actually in the last 7 days. And obviously this one analyst actually talked about Cardano and VeChain showing similar patterns. Well, if that's the case or not, I don't know, but they've actually made similar gains in the last 7 days, in the last 24 hours. And both of them are crypto projects I really like, I'm a friend of, and I support, especially VeChain because of its support of the Chinese government. Really bullish on that. And Quant, of course, moving steadily to new all-time highs. And I talked about Quant various times on this channel, and also before it moved to new all-time highs. So yeah, I can, you know, I really like Quant, and I think it could be a game changer going forward. Please also check out my videos about Quant. And yeah, generally the market is, I think, more in the green than in the red at the moment. And hopefully we've finally got out of this sideways movement, even though it's going a bit slower again at the moment. At least we've come away from the $30,000 mark. All of this doesn't mean that we couldn't go back to 30,000 again. Of course, everything can happen always, and you never know in financial markets, especially in the crypto market. But I still believe that this year we will see new all-time highs. All right, this is of course not financial advice. This is only my own opinion. Please always do your own research before investing. And then hopefully you liked the video. If you did, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, then please subscribe. Thanks a lot for watching, and see you in the next video. Bye.